Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we have the Gwenland Smart Ring. To review and to have a look and see what's inside the box. So let's open it up and get on with it. Okay, so although I'm opening it now, I have been wearing it for a few days, so I can tell you honestly my thoughts. So let's open it up first of all and see what's in the box. We have instructions. There's a QR code there for the app. You can see that there. There's a QR code for the app, and there's some instructions for iOS and some instructions for Android. I've actually been using it on an iOS device, an iPhone 13 Pro. Now inside the box you have the ring. Now you have to get this ring sized. It's not done as a standard ring size, it's done as their own ring sizes. So they're it's come in sizes of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now one last thing I must point out is that you can actually buy a ring sizer kit, and that is an extra $3.99. I'll just show you that, and it does show you the different finishes that are available, and you can see your sizes there: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is what I'm presuming the gloss black looks like. So there you are, you can see what the gloss black would look like in comparison. Unfortunately we can't see a gold, but I'd imagine the gold would be as shiny as the chrome. Well, you can see it actually. If I just hold that up to the camera, you can actually see how gold, how chrome and how black they are. And I'll just move them about a bit so you can see the reflection. But that will give you your perfect size, and they do advise to wear that for 24 hours before you make your decision. I haven't really got that big of hands, have I? But for me, that was a 12. So if you've got really big chunky hands, you might be in trouble. You might not, it might not fit you. You might have to think about having it on your little finger, your pinky, I don't know. But that was a size 12 for me. So we have the ring, then we have this little charging box, and basically there is, I'm going to come into a camera very closely, you can hopefully just about see in there, there's a little tiny magnetic point, and that matches up with the magnetic point on the ring there. Hopefully you can see. The two go together, and you can see that light up now because it is fully charged. And it's USB-C, so you just have that sat on your desk. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? However, there is a bad point. That ring has not lasted any more than 25 hours, 26 hours at the most. In my view, just not long enough. Just not long enough. But, it's cheap. Currently it's £62.99 on Amazon. So it's not an expensive item, and if you're thinking about getting into smart rings, if you think that's the way you'd like to go, well, that's quite a cheap, entry point into the technology. And if you decide you don't like it, it isn't a lot of money you've spent. What else have we got in the box then? So we got this little box on the side here, and as we open that up, you can see in here, it comes with 2 charging cables and a manual. So, if you look at the 2 charging cables, you're going to see this very interesting cable here. I'm just going to take that one out. I'm going to hold that up. You see it's like a little tiny round socket, and it's magnetic. So I'm going to show you it. Come around to the ring, and you can see that how that is latched on. I'm just going to hold it up to both cameras. and you can charge that, or you have a standard USB cable which will plug in to your little box. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're obviously going to need to connect it to Bluetooth. And so we just turn on our phone and turn it on to scanning, and you will see that it comes up with SR8. It does on this particular phone, and we connect to it. And once you've connected to it, then we can install the app. Now, once you've connected to the Bluetooth, the next thing to do is to install the app. Now, if you turn the box around, you'll see there's a QR code on there, and point to that, and that will take you to the app in the App Store, which is called J-Ring. And once you've installed the app, I'm going to put the app to the side of me now so you can see it. It installs this app called J-Ring. And as you can see here on the front screen, it tells you your steps, your sleep, your heart rate, and your blood oxygen. If you go into the next column, you can see that it also can record your it can track your walking, your run, your cycling, whatever sport you do. So we come across again, and then we come into the ring. It tells you a little bit about the ring there. It tells you obviously the name of it, the SR8. That is actually the model number, and that's why it comes up in Bluetooth as SR8. It gives you the MAC address, the version of the software. Now, when I first connected to the software, I had to do a firmware update straight away. So there was one firmware update, there's no more. You can do Find Ring. Now, if I click on Find Ring, what it does that. You can see that green light flashing. Now, there's no noise, no nothing else. So whether you'd find it or not, I don't know. It has that different pattern come up, and we'll move on to that display in a little while. You can do a remote selfie. So you can set up your phone, tap your ring, and it will do a remote selfie. And I think that's just done that. But what we'll do is we'll point that back towards the camera, and we should have taken an image there. And if I go into my images, yeah, it looks like that is taking a remote selfie. Now, we're still screen recording, so we'll have to show you on the screen in a minute. We come down, we got device update. Like I said to you, I had to do an update, and now it is up to date. We come further down, automatic test heart rate, device time format, short video control. So I believe that's aimed at TikTok, so you can do little short videos on TikTok. If that's your thing, all well and good, so you could do that, but I'm sure you want more control over your phone when you're doing that. And then you've got factory reset and unbind the device from your phone. And the final one, we come over, and this is where you put all your bits and pieces in. So you put your steps target in, you put your units, whether it's going to be metric or imperial. You put your Apple Health, so that connects to your Apple Health, and we have a user manual and an about. So it's a pretty basic app, but what it does do is it connects into Apple Health. So if we go into Apple Health, and I'm going to show you all my bits and pieces now, aren't I? Hopefully it's all good. So you can see there, it's bringing through blood pressure, it's bringing through the heart rate, bringing through sleep, it's bringing through steps. It's on 155 steps today so far, not very much, is it? And it also would bring through any vital issues that it finds with you. So I've noticed it doesn't bring blood oxygen through them, although it records it. If we go back here, you can see it records blood oxygen, but it doesn't seem to take it through. We'll do while I'm speaking to you now, we'll actually do a measurement. So you can see while I'm doing the measurement, it's actually flashing on the ring. And then you'd think it would take a measurement and it would then take it through to the Apple Health app. Well, still measuring, we're at 99%, which is very good, I think. 97, yeah, here we go. Going downhill, going downhill. Oh, back up to 99. Well, 98. Still measuring. So I'm not doing bad, am I? I'm not doing too bad. And I think that's it. So it's done the measurements, so it's got 98. So if I then go back over to the Apple, you'd hope that it recorded, but it just doesn't. So that doesn't come through. So there are little things that aren't absolutely perfect. We're in the ring outside. What does it offer you? Well, it actually offers you usage and information without even having your phone with you. Now, we've come out without the phone today, and I can tell you that we're in the ring. You can tap it and it has a little display on it. Now, I'm just going to try and turn the display so I can show you on camera. So you can see I've got the ring on my finger, and by tapping it you can see different information. You can see the time, you can see your steps, you can see your blood oxygen, you can see your heartbeat, all at the tap of the button. And of course, once you get back to your phone or when you reconnect with your phone, all that information gets synced to the app, and then in turn that will get synced to your Apple Health or your Google Fit app on your phone. The ring gives you 24/7 health monitoring with continuous heart rate, and all the other measurements are done periodically, which gives you confidence that should anything go untoward with your health, at least you're going to know about it pretty quickly. Not like in the old days when you just hoped, and if you had some pain you had to go and get it checked. So the ring also enables gesture control with your phone, so you can do selfies, you can do small TikTok videos, if that's your thing. Even apparently you can do page turning on TikTok. I've not tried that, and we will try that when we get back and we've got a phone. The ring is ultra lightweight as well. It's only 3.5 grams and it's considered to be IP68 waterproof. So showering should be no problem. Even IP68 should be able to take it in the sea and swim with it as well. But there shouldn't be any issues there. No battery life. They state 3 to 5 days of battery life. I have to be honest, and I have not seen anything like that yet. The best I've achieved so far is about 26-27 hours. Now, I'm not really sure why. Maybe I've got a setting wrong, but no matter what I do, I cannot get it over that, and I've been wearing it for probably maybe a week now. So I would really hope by now that I would have sorted it out. But I certainly can't get any more than that, and for me that's the biggest downside of it. If you want to use it, you want to be able to at least go away for the weekend and not have to worry about charging it up. As it is, I find when I'm at home every morning, I'm waking up and the first thing I'm having to do when I sit at my desk is put it on charge, which is not what you want to be thinking about. It's another task you've got to do. Now, we talked about the app earlier on, and I took you through the various settings. Now, one thing that is good about it is there is no subscription, so you don't have to worry about extra fees. So for that £69, you're getting everything you ever need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some of the measurements in action so you can see how quick the app is. So we'll start off with heart rate. So here we go. So go on a measurement. And hopefully you can see that from the camera above. Now compared to my iWatch, it is a lot slower. But are you going to be measuring it in real time, or are you just going to let it do it in the background? I think you probably let it just get on with it in the background, won't you? And there you are. So there's your heart rate measurement, and we'll move on to the blood oxygen measurement. We will just watch that, and you can see we did this earlier as well, and it is taking a little bit of time. Now I'm hoping, we've done that little walk, we just did a little walk, we just took the dog out for a walk, then we just went round the block, and I'm hoping that I can then go into the app and see the route we took. I've not tried this before, so this is I'm doing this live, so to speak. And there's your blood oxygen measurement. So let's go in and have a look. So network required to open app. We've got network. Maybe you have to do this while you're walking rather than in retrospect. Now thinking about it, that's not going to work either, is it? Because there's no GPS on the ring, and when I walk further away, the Bluetooth will disconnect. So you would have to have your phone with you, and that would be a live thing, I presume. The time now is 10:53, and I believe I started filming this about 9:45, maybe 9:30, so not very long. We had 100% on the battery on the ring, and you can see it's already at 71%. It just ain't good enough. So that for me is a real deal breaker. If they could improve the way the battery life lasts, that would be better. Now, one thing I was saying, I was going to talk about the display. Now I'm going to bring the display up so you can see that's really, really bright. And when you wear it, you sort of wear it, well, I do, I don't know if it's how you meant to wear it. So you wear it so you can read it. Now there's a little tab on the side of the ring that you can see there, and it enables you to tab through the various different menus, so you can see your heart rate, your steps, the amount of sleep you've had, but also you'll notice how bright it is. Now there is an LCD setting, but it doesn't seem to have a dimmer setting, which is a shame really, because if you could dim it, I think you would have a lot of better battery life, and maybe that's something that could be done in a future firmware, who knows. Now the funny thing is, we were in the dark the other night and the ring lit up, or the display lit up, and it was so bright that it lit up like Iron Man, and we were joking about, you know, I had Iron Man's hand. It's really, really bright. You could almost use it as a torch, it's that bright. That's something that really needs to be addressed. So let's get on to the pros and cons of this ring. Personally, I think concept-wise, a smart ring's a brilliant idea, and I think I personally would like to go further. However, I don't think this is the ring for me. One, the shiny chrome look is a bit too fake. It just doesn't look right. I think a brushed sort of aluminium look would be far better. That's preference. You can get it in a shiny black as well, but I think you just have the same. The shiny black would just look like a bit of plastic on your finger. So that, in my view, wouldn't be as good. I think it needs to be just, you know, a brushed aluminium sort of look. Maybe with a pattern on it as well, you know, or have the option for a pattern. I don't know. Positive is light. You don't even know you got it on your finger. It's, like I said earlier, 3.5 grams. IP68 waterproof, dustproof, so you know you've got no issues about washing your hands when you got it on. And I think IP68 you'd probably be safe swimming with it as well. I haven't tried it, but I don't see any reason why swimming would be a problem. Maybe if you dive in that would become an issue because the deeper you dive and more pressure, so that could cause a situation. I don't know, we'd have to wait and someone else try it for that. I don't dive. So what else have we got? No subscription. I think that's a brilliant thing. Subscription's the bane of my life these days. Everything you want to use, you can't buy it anymore, can you? You know, you want to use some bit of software. You used to be able to buy it. Done. That was it. But now everything's subscription. Your TV subscription, your phone subscription. You know, your Ring doorbell is a subscription. Everything is subscription. Bring back the good old days when you could buy stuff, eh? So that one there, no subscription. That's a big, big thumbs up. The downside of it, the step counter is reportedly not accurate. I haven't tested it enough to compare. You'd have to do a fairly long walk, and I haven't done a long enough walk with maybe my Apple Watch and this to compare. The blood oxygen and the heart rate are slow when you're doing the measurements. However, like I said, I don't think that is an issue. People are reporting that the gesture controls are a bit hit and miss. So that's entirely down to you, whether you think gesture controls are important. I don't think it is. I'll tell you something I think would be good though, is if it had NFC in it and you could use it as part of your maybe smart pay setup, so you could just use your ring. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Possibly a good thing, possibly a bad thing. It would enable you to have more options at least. So as I wind up this video, I've sort of referred back to my other channel, Footsteps and Tire Tracks, because we do more about van life and travelling on that one, and I think that's where you'd want to use something like this as if you're travelling in a van, travelling generally, and that's where the battery life really lets you down. I'd want something. I think you've got to have good 3 days of battery life, so at least you can get through a good weekend. As it is at the moment, it's starting to frustrate me already, and I'm only a week into it, so I know I wouldn't wear it after, give it another 2 weeks and I would give up on it because of the frustration of having to charge it every little time. So that's my personal opinion. It's lightweight. That's a good thing about it. It's your information's glanceable, so I can tell you another time, tap it again, and I can tell you my blood pressure, I believe that is. Then my heart rate. And then it's going to do a blood oxygen test. Sleep tells me I've not had any sleep at all. Well, I know I have, but I didn't wear it last night, so that's probably accurate. So yeah, you can tap through. You can tap through quite easily on the information. I'm going to try and show you that now. I'm going to bring it into the camera, and as I tap it, I can go through the various different settings. But for the price, I think it's not a bad deal. If you want to enter into smart rings and try it out before you go and buy something a lot more expensive, because some of these rings are like £300 odd. So you got to know you want something and know that you feel comfortable. A large majority of us wear a ring. Well, some of us have wedding rings, and you sort of get to the point where you don't even notice you've got a wedding ring on. However, wearing a ring on a different hand, it does feel a bit strange, but you get used to it. So if you'd like to give this a try, I'm going to put a link down below for the ring on Amazon. It will give us a little kickback as well, but it will help the channel, and it'll give you a chance to have a look at it if you want to. Tell us down below what you think of it. Have you got one? Are you still using it? Have you abandoned it? I don't know. Do you think I rate it a lot higher than I have? Maybe you do. Well, tell us down below. And I'd just like to say thanks for watching the video, and hopefully we'll have you join us and see more tech related videos on the Marc effect, because we're going to be moving all our tech related reviews to this channel now, and we're going to leave Footsteps and Tire Tracks as purely travel and car, van, motorcycle related. So as long as it's related to that, it'll be on that channel, but anything else we do from here on in that is not pure in what I think Footsteps and Tire Tracks is about, it will be over here on the Marc effect. So please subscribe and help support us. We might even get this channel to 100 subscribers at some stage, you never know. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Anyway, see you later, look after yourselves.